Well, many gardeners may be interested in planting tropical milkweeds, but should you? Joining us with the research from U of I Extension is Ryan Pankoff. Ryan, glad to have you here with us today.
Yeah, good to talk with you about milkweeds.
Milkweeds. Okay, I'm not too familiar. Let's talk. What are they?
Sure. Milkweeds are a group of plants that the monarch butterfly caterpillar feeds on exclusively. So monarch butterflies have to lay their eggs on a milkweed for that little caterpillar to have a food source and to grow into an adult.
Okay, we're seeing pretty pictures right here.
Yeah, there's a monarch adult. Yep.
So are these native to Illinois?
Well, we have around 20 native species of milkweed to Illinois, but the one that I wanted to talk about today is actually a tropical species. So it's native to kind of Central America, so Mexico down into Central America is its native range. And it's been sold quite a bit in garden centers. And I was really shocked to read a 2018 study that talked about how it was the most popular milkweed you can find across the U.S. in garden centers, but we're really finding it's not helpful to the monarch in our part of the continent. It's actually detrimental to their migration is what it's really disrupting.
So is the misconception that it is good, like it attracts monarchs?
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of gardeners see it and they think, I'm planting a milkweed, this is going to benefit monarchs. They can use this as a food source. And it's actually, if you saw the picture, it's a really pretty plant. It has kind of, two-tone red and yellow flowers. But in our area, it's an annual. So, an annual plant is something that can't make it through our winter. So makes sense it's from Central America. It doesn't have any cold hardiness, where all of our native milkweeds are perennials. So they survive the winter, but what they start to do about this time of year is shut down for winter. And those monarch adult butterflies that are seeking out milkweeds to lay their eggs, they can sense that. They know that the quality of the foliage on those plants is going down. It's about to go into dormancy. And so a monarch that's feeding on a milkweed, one of our natives that's, going to go into dormancy is cued to stop reproducing and laying eggs and to migrate. Because, they migrate all the way down to Mexico and all the way back up each year. So what research has found is that tropical milkweed doesn't start to go into dormancy. In its native range, it wouldn't. And so this time of year, if a monarch's feeding on a tropical milkweed, it's really still high-quality leaves that it's sensing, and so it tends to keep laying eggs. And so where this becomes a real problem is where further south from here, tropical milkweed can live all year. So in Georgia, some of the states further south. And so then those monarchs, they get on this tropical milkweed and they don't have that sense to migrate or stop reproducing, and it disrupts their entire life cycle. So it's really negative south of here, where in Illinois, it dies over winter. It's not necessarily as big of a deal here, but we say, if you have that in your garden right now, if you planted it this year, really need to pull it out. Okay. At this point, so it's not deceiving the monarchs.
Yeah, so an actionable step, right here, ecological trap for that's kind of sad. Help these guys out and get rid of them. Okay, well, good information there. I know you have even more if people want to dive into this, if maybe they already have it planted, really understand the facts and the research over on your blog.
Yeah, my blog lists a bunch of relevant scientific papers if you're that into it and you want to read the science behind it.
Absolutely. Well, we always appreciate you for joining us and filling us in a little bit, maybe covering some misconceptions that people may have in mind or maybe even in their garden. So if you would like to learn more about the tropical milkweed, we'll connect you on our website after today's show. And of course, we always appreciate Ryan for joining us.